We are in a battle for the soul of Los Angeles, a battle to save LA. And I think this is important for this reason, because I think if you can save LA, the city, it will prove that it can be done. It can be done. You can save a city simply by enforcing laws that already exist. And if you can save LA, you can save Hollywood, you can save the entertainment industry, you can save Portland, Boston, New York, Seattle, all these big cities that have been overrun. A series of a lot of videos have been running about this campaign that have gotten national attention. And I will say this for those that criticize the use of AI in this is a good use of AI. Let me explain why. The people being parodied in this are public figures like politicians, people that I think are kind of unremarkable, honestly, quite honestly, when you really look into a lot of the people that rise in politics are very unremarkable.
You are not a fan of Karen Bass?
No, oddly.
Or Nithya Raman?
No.
They're not remarkable to you in any way?
No. And Nithya Raman, for one, has suggested that they ban backyard barbecues in LA during certain days of the week. That's not going to go over well when you have homeless doing cookouts on the street. A lot of fires started by homeless people. But what I see is the use of AI is no different than a political cartoon. Political cartoons, you have Larry Flint, of all people, my former boss, when Film Threat was purchased by Larry Flint in the 90s. He owned it for about 5 years, where I was allowed to do pretty much whatever I wanted. And he had a case, very famous case, that they made a movie about called The People versus Larry Flint, where he did a cartoon about Jerry Falwell. Because of that case, we can today make political cartoons about public figures, politicians. And I believe these AI videos are much like those political cartoons. Here's one that just dropped today. Check this out.
Out here in the wasteland they call Los Angeles, where the tent empire reigns. Billions wasted. Streets lost forever.
Help us, please. We lost everything in the fires. You can't succeed without teeth.
But there's one man willing to step into the Thunderdome.
Hey, Karen!
To bring the hummingbirds home.
I found your water!
LA is in trouble. LA needs a change, and I'm a change. Let's make LA the greatest city on the planet.
Again.
This is not Spencer Pratt, and I did not approve this message.
That's AI, but they're being honest about it. I mean, I'm so excited about all these. I'm going to show another video like this, but this truly is about if one city can be saved by just enforcing laws already on the books, not passing new laws like, banning backyard barbecues. How about banning these street vendors that give people, get people food, E. coli and sick. I mean, I saw the worst things on Hollywood Boulevard happening, not to mention that everything smells like urine and weed. And I'm just sick. I think the people are fed up. The movie Network, I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. That is the citizens, the common sense citizens of almost every major city in America. And if we can save LA, if we can get someone in who just is going to, hey, no tent cities, let's not give drugs to people, homeless people living on the street. Let's actually get them help to get them off drugs. Let's not give them needles. Let's get them off the streets. Let's have people feel safe. Moms with their kids should be able to walk through the parks of LA without fear of being attacked by some knife-wielding fentanyl zombie. It's enough is enough. Alan, I want to hear what you have to say about this. I know you don't live in LA. I live very close, and we get the homeless runoff in Pasadena. I see stuff in Pasadena. You don't see tent cities, but they're here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I live in Orange County, and we don't have a homeless problem. Why? Because we ship them all to LA. And which is pretty much true. But the thing that bothers me the most is how the media in LA is so complicit in this. You know, they're only willing to attack Spencer Pratt, you know, calling out the fact that he lives in a hotel because that's where he can get internet and water, fresh running water, because they won't let him hook it up in his Airstream. You know, but you know, having your house burnt down is, you know, it is nothing now to these people. They could care less. And the fact that the media, the news, just they're not doing their job and just reporting the facts, not questioning. They're not questioning authority because they agree with the authority.
The local LA media they're cowards.
Mm-hmm.
The LA Times, the trades are cowards. The KTLA, and by the way, I don't know if any of you have noticed, I don't tweet too much about politics, but this is my adopted city. I moved from Royal Oak, Michigan, just outside of Detroit, where I grew up, and I moved to Los Angeles, and I lived in Los Angeles since 1989. I mean, various cities around. I lived in every part of LA, off Melrose, Los Feliz, on the west side. I had I calculated 9 different places, you know, in the first 10 years I lived in LA. Finally settled in Pasadena after a short stint in Northern California, that I moved for a job that didn't work out. But I love Pasadena. It reminds me of where I grew up, but I have never seen a city fall into decline faster than LA has in the last decade. And it's all about this super majority of one party, we all know, and now it's being infiltrated by socialists, and it's destroying the city, which is all about giving money to their friends. I want to see more people speak out. Where are the celebrities in support? Where are the people trying to change Hollywood? I mean, they not only have to give money to drug addicts to stay away, they got to give money to cops. They have to give money to the cartels to feel safe to even shoot in LA. This will give you an example of how bad things are. And you will be rocking out to this song, Alan. I promise you.
Everything is awful. Everything is hell when you're part of the scene. Karen Bass is awful and burning down our streets. Dirty needles, human waste. We just named 2 awful things. A stolen car, a burned down house. You know what's awful? Everything. Moms in shock, hit the locks. A camp of addicts down the block. Lots of tents, a very big mess. Awful scenes are not the best. Camps, traps, and crap. They're awful. Crack, smack, and shacks. They're awful. Slums, and scum, and bums. That's awful. Everything you see or smell or touch is awful. Karen Bass is awful. Everything is hell when you're part of her scene. Everything is awful. And she's killing our dreams. Wait, somebody's fighting back now. Standing up and taking flack now. Spencer Pratt lost everything. Watch the flames take everything. But instead of looking down, he's exposing this whole town. Calling out the corrupt machine. Somebody's gotta clean this scene. Let's go! Truth, proof, and receipts. Not awful, fight light and making things right. Not awful, one man a plan and he won't quit. Not awful, Spencer Pratt is done with all of this. Awful, Spencer Pratt is fighting. Everything gets better when you fight for the seed. Spencer Pratt is rising. He's gonna save LA's dreams. Everything gets better when somebody stands up and refuses to quit. Spencer Pratt is fighting, and we're done with all of this shit.
That is right, Alan. We are done. LA residents are done. And if you're not in favor of his positive message, I want to know, why do you support Karen Bass? Why do you support Nithya Raman? I want to hear it. And our show next Wednesday will be dedicated to this topic. Stories and more videos like this about what's happening. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I just want to say one last thing.
Please.
The fact that they're criticizing him because he was a reality show star and has no experience and says that he's not qualified to be mayor of LA. So what are our options? I mean, what makes, look, only politicians can run for office? Is that what we're hearing?
No, I've seen what the qualified experts have done, and they've done terribly. And we are done. The people are done. So, and on I believe it's June 2nd, a Tuesday, is the election. We will do an election special. We will do an election special that day and see where the governor and Los Angeles mayor race go.
Yeah.
We did an election. We were just goofing and having fun. This one, I'm really invested because I have seen I've seen my friends leave. Dante James, you see him on Versus. We've been friends for years. And he left to Colorado.
There's no opportunity here.
There's no opportunities here. My friends are leaving out of work, and something has to change. We can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Yes, but production is up from the last quarter.
That's a lie. We exposed that lie.